But now we're moving on to the NBA. The Knicks go 2-0 in their Abu Dhabi games. Thursday, October 2nd, they won 99-84. The standout players in this game, Mikal Bridges, Cat, Garrison Matthews, he had a pretty good shooting game behind the arc. Deuce McBride and Mitchell Robinson. Mitch starting next to Cat, I think is going to be lethal. I mean, it looked pretty damn good in these two games. I know I don't want to hype it up too much because it's only the preseason, but I think having Cat guard the 3-point line and having Mitch behind him is going to be effective. Cat will not have to run from the midpoint all the way to, the arc. And it is something that did hurt the Knicks the whole season last year with having Cat in the middle of the paint and then having these bigs like Miles Turner shooting threes. Then he's got to sprint all the way out and then they could fake and then, drive all the way to the hoop. I mean, we saw it time and time again. Mikal looked dominant on defense, having 2 steals. He scored 10 points on 4 of 10 shooting, 2 for 5 from the 3-point line. He did miss 2 free throws. I'm going to get into the team stats for that game because they weren't very pretty. Cat had 11 points on 2 of 4 shooting, 5 rebounds, and an assist. Garrison Matthews had 9 points, all behind the arc, going 3 of 4 shooting, 1 rebound, 2 assists. Deuce McBride had 12 points on 5 of 7 shooting, 2 of 4 on the 3-point line, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. Mitchell Robinson had 7 points on 3 of 6 shooting, 16 rebounds.
Wow.
And folks, these guys are in teen number minutes. They're not even touching 20 minutes. And this guy had 16 rebounds. That is a dominant Mitchell Robinson. And that's what we were so used to seeing constantly before his ankle injuries, all of these, health concerns that he had prior. But he had a great game. The 2 best players of the game were Deuce McBride and Mitchell Robinson, hands down. I just think Mitchell Robinson's 16 rebounds is the biggest stat because we know how good Mitchell Robinson can be, and we're expecting him to have a killer year this year. Aside from Cat and JB and some of the other guys, just being next to Cat, I think is going to help a lot. I will say, Dom, the negatives from this game, Jalen Brunson did not. I think he was shaking off the rust from the whole summer. He did not play well. 6 points on 2 of 8 shooting. Did not hit a 3. 0 for 3 behind the arc. No rebounds. He did have 4 assists. Pacome Dadier did not show out in this one either. Had 4 points of 1 of 6 shooting. Did not hit a 3. 0 for 5 behind the arc. Had 2 rebounds. Gershon Yabusele had no points on 0 of 4 shooting. 0 of 3 behind the arc, but had 4 rebounds. I mean, shooting wise, I don't know how you judge Pacome Dadier. I'm not expecting anything out of him right now. Too raw, too young. But those other names I mentioned, I mean, I think they're just shaking the rust off. You're traveling to Abu Dhabi, miles and miles away from the country. It is what it is. I will say one thing though. I mean, Jordan Clarkson, Dom. I don't know if you watched any of this game. He already had some all right, let's relax moments. I mean, already.
That's who he is.
Yeah, I know, but I can't wait for Mike Breen to be announcing on this guy and just giving his opinion because he had some plays where I'm like, all right, buddy, let's pipe down.
We know, like there's been times already where Mike Breen loves talking about Jordan Clarkson. He loves talking about it. He's like, oh, yep, another shot from Jordan Clarkson that missed. That was an egregious shot. He says stuff like that all the time when he's announcing them. It's so funny. I know he doesn't want him on this team, but of course he'll never say that. But I know he's a little mad that he's on the Knicks right now.
He'll probably say when he retires. I mean, that'll be an interesting interview with Mike Breen to give his full analysis on the Knicks through his whole announcing career since 1998 when he took the job. But that'll be fun to listen to for sure. Knicks team stats, Dom, they were not pretty. 38.5% field goal shooting, 3-point shooting was 20.5%. But Sixers actually were worse, Tom. Do you want to take a guess what the Sixers 3-point percent shooting was in this game?
Good or bad?
It's terrible. It's so bad.
17%.
8.6.
Wow.
I think they were like 3 for 20. Not even, no, that's not even it. They were, I think, what the heck were they? I think they were maybe 3 for 26. No, not no, 3 for 28. I'm trying to do the I remember they only made like three threes. It was wild. I mean, I'm pretty sure
Wow.
something like that, but 8.6? My sweet lord.
They were
That was
3 or
so bad.
35. Yep, 8.6.
What was it? What was the number?
8.6.
Yeah, but it was 3 for 35, you said?
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy. Free throw shooting for the Knicks, 65.6%, also not good, while the Sixers were a lot better, 84.4 from the stripe. The Knicks did out-rebound the Sixers. They also did have less turnovers. So Knicks had 17 turnovers, Sixers had 20. Knicks also had more fast break points than the Sixers. Knicks had 24, Sixers had only 10. So that was Thursday's game. Saturday, October 4th, they won 113-104, a much better shooting game from the Knicks. Standout players, Mikal Bridges, Jalen Brunson, Mitchell Robinson again, and OG Anunoby. So JB bounced back in this one. OG, I mean, he had a great preseason debut. He had a little bit of a sore hand, so they didn't play him in the first game. Smart move by Mike Brown. OG, 13 points on 4 of 7 shooting, 3 for 5 behind the arc, 2 rebounds and an assist. I mean, this is prime OG. This is exactly what we're expecting from him in the season. So hopefully he can carry the preseason numbers into the regular season. Mikal Bridges, another double figure game for him. 10 points, 404 shooting, went perfect on the field. Again, like I said, back-to-back games with double figures. JB, much better. Had a great bounce back preseason game. 14 points on 5 of 10 shooting. Only got 1 3 behind the arc, 25%, but it's fine. Again, it's preseason. I'm just happy he shot 50% on the field. 1 rebound, 2 assists. Good bounce back for JB from last game. As I said already, Mitchell Robinson, that is, 6 points on 3 of 5 shooting, 8 rebounds. Again, these guys didn't play hefty minutes, as they shouldn't. It's a preseason game. But Mitch looking like a healthy player and looking effective in the 2 games. I will say this, Tom, and it wasn't good because I watched it. One player who did not look good in this one, Tyler Kolek. Not good.
No, he did not. And I was
2
hoping
points.
no, I'm sorry, but I was hoping that the summer league was just a fluke, just a bad series of games, and now
No,
it's getting closer to preseason, and well, I mean, I don't know if you count this as preseason, but technically is, and so it's like the same result.
no,
So I'm
it's
getting worried.
I consider the summer league to be the preseason. I consider these Abu Dhabi games to be the preseason. Um, but 2 points on 1 of 9 shooting and 0 for 3 behind the arc, not good. 1 assist in 14 minutes playing. It's just, I got to tell you too. I got to mention this. Actually, I'll mention it at the end. Team stats: field goal percentage much better for the team, 44.7. 38 of 85 shooting. I mean, they really chucked up these shots. Much better than last game. 3-point shooting was 33.3, 12 of 36 shooting. Free throw percentage 75.8, 25 of 33 from the stripe. So very good. A lot better than the first game. Knicks have looked good on defense, and their offense looks better and faster, I will admit. But Dom, Mike Brown actually even said, he says, oh, it could be faster.
Yeah, I saw that.
I was like, wow. I mean,
That
is this going
sounds
to
music
be,
to my
I
ears.
mean, is this maybe Harlem Globetrotters, I think.
But at least now we have an identity. Because I don't know, the past 2, 3 years we had none. Just here, give the ball to one player and let him do whatever the hell he wants.
None.
Now we're gonna be fast paced. We're gonna actually look like an actual basketball team with plays being drawn up. It seems like already that there's gonna be a better defensive scheme already just based off the starting lineup on its own. Um, I know there are people out there who still want Josh Hart to start, and there's some people that want Mitch to come off the bench and vice versa. But I personally think it'll be better for us if Mitch was starting and
Hmm.
Josh Hart going on the bench.
From what I saw, Dom, these 2 games, Mitchell Robinson starting.
He better be.
Has
He
to.
better.
Has to.
Yeah.
The other thing I'll say, Dom, is I'm going to be honest. Malcolm Brogdon doesn't look great. He looks
No.
slow. He looks a little washed. I think his injury history, as we have discussed multiple times on this podcast, think is starting to catch up to him. He don't look that great. I know I picked Malcolm Brogdon to take the spot. I thought, maybe, put faith in the training staff and all the doctors that the Knicks have, and all the medical professionals. But I did say we'll see how the training camp looks and the 5 preseason games that the Knicks play. And I gotta tell you, Landry Shamet looks quicker. He looks better on defense, and he's shooting it, and he's making his shots. He doesn't have gaudy numbers, but he's still producing and looking effective. So I wouldn't be surprised if Landry Shamet takes the spot and Malcolm Brogdon is, let go or whatever the case may be. I don't think they keep both of them. I don't think they trade, say, like a Tyler Kolek to keep Malcolm Brogdon on this roster. I think Malcolm Brogdon, may be gone if he doesn't turn it around these last 3 preseason games.
And also now, because Tyler Kolek has been so bad, these rumors are definitely aren't true anymore because who the hell is going to want him?
The value, for sure.
There's the
I agree with
value
you.
down, but even though that he is playing bad, I still would not want him to leave or to be traded. Just based off of last year alone, whenever he had a chance to play, especially when JB was hurt. He is also a floor general. He can run an offense. He's not going to score 20 something points a game, but he can have 8 assists a game. Like 8, 9 assists a game. The way that he can find people on the floor, people cutting, or him making a play for somebody else.
Uh-huh.
So we do need somebody like that on this team. And Deuce has been playing great. So that's
Uh-huh.
another person who maybe thought we could trade him for either like a somebody else, like a better player, or for Malcolm Brogdon to be on the team. But at this rate, if he's playing like this, he's getting cut. So you don't
Yeah.
even got to worry about any of that.
I'm going to be honest, Tom. I'm looking at the numbers between Shamit and Brogdon. There's not much separation between them, honestly, numbers wise. Shamit's playing a little bit more. It kind of evened itself out between both games for minutes. The points are pretty lined up. It's just Shamit looks quicker. He just looks healthier. He just looks more effective on the court. I didn't watch the full game, the second game that they played on Saturday, but I watched the highlights. Right now, if I had to choose between the two and say they were only playing these 2 games in Abu Dhabi, I'm taking Shamit over Brogdon. I agree with your take.
And just like in general, we need shooters. Even if Shamit, he's just a threat being on the court,
Right.
because everyone knows he's going to shoot. So
Right.
you have to watch him. And
Yeah.
he's quick. He's quick too, so he can run around and try and find an open spot. But Brogdon, yeah, I mean, if you asked me this, I don't know, 4 years ago, 3, 4 years ago, we're picking Brogdon, but
Hmm.
it's a completely different story now.
Yeah, because Brogdon won the Sixth Man of the Year, what, 2021, Dom?
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
over
yeah,
quickly.
winning Sixth Man of the Year, he had the reputation he had, but it's just not the same guy. So, anything else you want to add about the Knicks before I move on here?
Well, yeah, I'm just excited of how, like you said, with Brown, he's like, yeah, it could be quicker.
Right.
I I'm just so excited to see that. I'm so excited to see how this finished product can look like. I mean, obviously, it's going to be difficult in the first half of the season, which I do want to say, I not people should not panic if we don't get off to a hot start.
Mm-mm.
No one should panic if we're losing some games that we should win. Um, I like, of course, that when you bring in new players, it takes some time to gel, which happened last year. But this is a whole new system and a whole new coach, and that's completely different. So, Knicks fans, do not be pissed off at these guys if they do not start off hot in like the first month or so.
The thing is, Dom, so 2 things I'll say and then we'll move on. One is actually Malcolm Brogdon. It was the 2022-23 season. He won Sixth Man of the Year with Boston. So I just want to, get that correct, clarify that. The second thing is the only retort that I have with that and that fans will have is I said it weeks ago, out of the first 12 games, 9 of them are at home. So, the fans are going to want the Knicks to take advantage of that favorable schedule. It's not soft because they're playing against good teams to start the year. The first 2 games are against the Cavs and the Celtics, but fans are going to want them to take advantage of having 9 of the first 12 games at home. So, yes, it's going to take time. Jalen Brunson said it in the media day. Mike Brown has said it after both preseason games. He wants them to even play a little faster, but he said they are getting it. I think it's great that they have 5 preseason games this year, not the usual 4. So they have an extra game to kind of work out the kinks. But Dom, I agree with you. I don't think fans should panic. I'm not going to. I know it's very easy to because we live in New York and we're New York Knicks fans and we haven't seen much winning in the past 25, 30 years since they won their last, or didn't even win 94, but the last time they made the finals. 99 was a shortened season. Some people don't even really consider that serious, but you know, finally now we're starting to make the playoffs consistently. It's becoming a thing every season. So, you know, Knicks fans want to see the winning and they have high expectation, as I said last week. And hopefully when the season starts, they get off on the right foot. But I agree with you. You can't really be panicking.
No,
So,
definitely not.
no, definitely not.